Hey Bammel family, how are you today? We want to give you a quick overview of what you can expect to see when you arrive this Sunday if you'll be joining us. Remember that as we regather, this will be by invitation only. It's a reservation system that you will respond to via email. All that information should have been in the email that you received earlier this week. Please go back and look at that for the details concerning that. We want you to kind of have a feel for what this will look like when you arrive. So we're going to begin in our parking lot, and Michael will take us there and show us what that looks like. Michael?
Hey Bammel family, Michael Montalvo here. Just really appreciative of Bobby Stephen for giving us an excellent overview of what you can expect on Sunday morning. Let's go over our parking options. So when you make a U-turn around Fritz Oak Place by the parking lot, we have an excellent parking option here east of the chapel. We also have two parking options directly across from Manna as well as the cafeteria. Now let's walk you through the entrances. Okay, Bammel family, let's go over the three entrances that we have. The primary entrance for the chapel is here. We also have a side entrance that includes the cafeteria as well as the side chapel entrance. After you come in, Tabitha will walk you through your seating arrangement options.
Thanks, Michael. And so now, as you come in these doors, you'll notice there's a table here where you will pick up your individually packaged communion element. You'll need to grab that on your way in. And as you get to these double doors, there'll be a greeter here that will help you find where your seat is. We have your reservation, and so everyone's names will be on the backs of the chairs. Your greeter will help you find where your seat is. And now as we come in, and you find your name and you find your chair, just keep in mind we've all had to sit somewhere that maybe wasn't our favorite. So if you get sat in a place that you would prefer to sit somewhere else, just for this week, go ahead and sit in that spot where you've been assigned, and then you can let us know later if there's a different spot that you would prefer. Now, if you have kids, just a note about kids, we don't have children's worship, and we also don't have nursery. There will be a place for you to change diapers, and for any kids that come in, we do have busy bags available. Those bags have been sanitized and will be sanitized thoroughly after every use. And so as we see you come in, we'll hand you a bag if you or your family need one. We have some for older kids and some for younger kids. Now at the end of our worship time, we do want to control how we're leaving so that we can space people out just a little bit more. So you will be dismissed by rows so that we're not all herding out the doors at the same time. And you'll get instructions on how to do that after worship on Sunday. And now Gail is going to share with us a little bit about the history of this wonderful place.
Thanks, Tabitha. Well, have you ever been on a long trip and finally got home? You remember how it feels to pull into your driveway? Doesn't it feel good? As we are beginning slowly to do our regathering work, coming back together for worship, we're going to do it in this space, in these four walls. Because you know, back in the early 1970s, this was Bammel's birthplace. This is where we began. This was our first space that wasn't in a school. And so there has been so much worship of God, celebration of the glory of God that's taken place right here in this space. There are innumerable weddings that have taken place right here. Covenants sealed, promises made, right here in these four walls. And there have been innumerable memorial services held, honoring saints of God who have transitioned from this space into eternal space, honoring and glorifying God. And then our Hispanic brothers and sisters have continued to fill this space with wonderful worship and celebration and praise of God. We're actually kind of excited about our rebirthing process in this space. Oh, may God continue to be glorified here. Now, we want you very much to be wise with yourself and your families. We want very much for you to be gentle with yourself and your families. It may not be this week for you. In fact, it may not be in June. But when you're ready, And when you feel a sense of confidence that it's time for you, then come on home, because we'll be here. See you.